It has begun. The Chicago Bulls make a deal in the shadows.
Cognac, gang.
That Boys podcast with the Cognac Boys. I am Cognac Boy CDubb, holding it down on another daily episode of Shy Boys podcast. If you like what you're listening to, hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. Let's get into the content. The Chicago Bulls defeated the Miami Heat last night while simultaneously participating in a deal that landed the Chicago Bulls Dario Saric and 2 second-round picks. The full deal is Dario Saric. The full deal is DeAndre Hunter, Josh Giddey's Undertaker, to the Sacramento Kings, and Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah. You get a guy over there at Sacramento. I guess they're going to try to rebuild that team over there. And then the Cleveland Cavaliers go and get themselves some depth. I think DeAndre Hunter was doing a good job in the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cleveland thinks they need more depth at the guard position, so they get exactly that. But we ain't worried about the damn Sacramento Kings or the Cleveland Cavaliers. We're worried or concerned of what the Chicago Bulls are going to do from this point on. The Bulls acquired Dario Saric's $5.4 million contract, an expiring contract, a 2027 second round pick from Cleveland, originally owned by the Denver Nuggets, and a 2029 second round pick from the Sacramento Kings, or the least favorable second round pick from either Detroit, Milwaukee, and New York. Chicago absorbs Saric's salary into the $6.2 million trade exception from last year when they used on Zach LaVine. And yes, they waived Javon Carter. Hey, man, Catfish, what I got to say about Catfish tenure in Chicago? This is the reason I call him Catfish. When they acquired Javon Carter, we thought he was going to solidify that point guard position. He wound up being less than that. He wound up catfishing Chicago, the city of Chicago. So that's why I gave him the name Catfish. He was awful those first couple years with the Chicago Bulls. This year, not so much. Although he's not had much playing time, the Chicago Bulls decided to waive Javon Carter for room for Saric's contract. So good luck to Javon Carter. I'm sure a competing team will pick him up. He's been shooting the ball terrifically for the Chicago Bulls in a little bit of minutes that he had. I think he had 11 points last night in the game against the Miami Heat. I'm sure he learned about this deal at the locker room, or he learned about it at the bench. But have a great rest of your career, Javon Carter. You were entertaining, if anything. He was entertaining. Is this the start of a slew of trades before the deadline? We've been hearing all the rumors, guys. Minnesota, New Orleans, Eve Missy, Mike Conley, all type of names are getting Rob Dillingham, Shannon Jr., all type of names being thrown into the fray. This signals to me that the Chicago Bulls are ready to change this team up and try to make a push for at least the 6th seed. AK finally makes, I think, a great starter deal to acquire draft capital basically free, only losing a rarely played Javon Carter. Yeah, those second round picks Most likely won't be any good. Probably come at the latter part of the second round. So you could probably use those picks as a cherry on top. Two cherry on top second round picks or two building blocks for the future. Most likely this signals more moves to come. Yeah, you could probably hold on to those second round picks for the future and try to find you somebody in the second round, like a IL Dusumu. He's a second round pick. Uh, but most likely the Bulls are going to use them as cherry on top to the deals that's coming up in the coming days. Um, with the description of the Bulls' future template being young and athletic, don't expect Dario to be a bull past the trade deadline. For those of you who are out there that are Dario Saric fans, don't get used to him. I think most likely than not, Dario Saric will not make it past the trading deadline. Number one, he don't fit the ideology of the Chicago Bulls or how they want to play. Young and athletic. He is neither of those. He is a rather talented guy from back in the years, but I don't think he lasts. Plus, that expiring contract adds value to the league. I'm sure there's teams out there that can use that type of asset. Can AK and Mark Eversley get something done before February 5th? Well, they did pick the final days of the trading deadline to get busy, but at least they started. I definitely think that they can get something done. Well, at least they're trying to get something done. Um, I am confident. It looks like they're doing the right moves. They're taking the requisite steps to change the outlook of this team. They say they want to push for playoffs to improve their playoff positioning. Let's see if this is the starter of that. And it's a great start. You get a guy with an expired contract. You get two cherry on top second round picks to add to future deals. The Bulls are the Bulls are in great position. The process has begun, and the Bulls seem poised to make big moves very soon. Y'all stay tuned to Shy Bulls podcast. We'll be bringing out the news as it comes on. This is going to be a critical couple days for the Chicago Bulls. It is now February 1st, 4 days into the trading deadline. Expect more news from the Chicago Bulls. Make sure you hit that like button, punch that subscribe button. The Chicago Bulls have started their movement towards better playoff chances. Do you believe that the Chicago Bulls can pull it off, or you believe the Chicago Bulls cannot? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one for sure.
Cognac.